We are meeting at an important moment for the Aid for Trade initiative and for global trade more widely. The COVID-19 pandemic has set back economic prospects around the world, especially in the poorest countries. Supply chain disruptions have fueled inflation that has battered the purchasing power of households. The war in Ukraine has sent prices for food, fertilizers, and energy even higher, threatening the worst hunger in decades. Increasing trade capacities of developing countries and LDCs will be critical. So this global review is an appropriate moment for stakeholders to look at how trade can work better for development and socioeconomic inclusion, and how development finance is supporting that process.
The money is there. It exists in the world. We must decide to use it for the benefit of all of us. The industrialized world is spending trillions, not billions, trillions to support their economy. Developing countries cannot do this themselves. They need so much more global solidarity.
When COVID hit our countries, especially the smaller ones in the region, the impact was widespread. Widespread to the extent that we can talk of this as hitting an entire ecosystem, not only within the individual countries, but aggregated into the region. Without the aid for trade concept, which we can equally call aid for development, because trade drives development. Without that, the ability to recover, the ability to generate resilience is not going to occur.
We are looking after 57 member countries, and we have to make sure that our role as a development bank is to stand by our member countries, especially the least developed ones. Our major concern, especially in ITFC at that time, is actually to keep, things running, as you say, to keep the trade flow going, to make countries more resilient. That is really our part.
We talk a lot about the importance of openness of trade. Countries need to open up their trading system, economy, reduce the barriers. Yes, that's the kind of the standard trade and growth story. But for developing countries, they need to be supported to be able to be reaching that competitive ability. So they need capacity building. They need to be supported. And that grows through a range of policies. It's the infrastructure, it's the logistics, it's the systems for cross-border trade, it's empowering the SMEs, making sure that the distribution of the benefits of trade are going to be equally going to be distributed. Otherwise, there will be pushback and resistance.
Trade is part of the solution. Sometimes it's part of the problem, but it is part of the solution.